In this video, we're going to be talking about NOMAD's rugged folio case for the iPad. So now, what makes this case unique or for the iPad itself? Now, great news, I know Apple just released a new version of the iPad Pro, both an 11 and a 12.9 inch edition, which is something that we've seen in the Pro line of the iPads for quite a while now. As you can tell, I still have I want to say it's the 2019 version of the iPad Pro, and it fits perfectly. It's also going to fit the newest edition, so it's awesome for those that want to upgrade to the new iPad Pro, and you already bought maybe this Folio rugged case from NOMAD prior versions ago. You are going to be able to use this one on the new one as well, which is great for anyone who wants to update just the device itself. It sometimes sucks when you want to upgrade to the newest hardware and then you also have to upgrade all the accessories that you bought for it too. Now, there was a huge debacle with the whole I think it was a 12.9 edition of the new iPad Pro, that those aren't going to fit the Magic Keyboard because I believe it's a little bit thicker. Any little added weight is going to off balance, I guess, the Magic Keyboard. Apple does say that technically I think you can use it, it's just not going to be a perfect fit. So I haven't exactly read up if you are going to have to buy a new Magic Keyboard for the new 12.9 inch iPad Pro, or if this is how it's going to be. I'm not sure, but NOMAD has got you covered because both their case or rugged folio, whether it be the Horween leather or the PU, what's the other version that they have? Performance PU editions, are also going to fit all the newest editions of the iPad Pro. Now that we got that over with, what I love about the folio, first of all, this Horween leather is my absolute favorite. I use their NOMAD straps. I have a case for my iPhone. I love the leather that they use. It's super soft out of the box. I really loved it. It's super clean. Has actually no branding whatsoever, not even on the inside. As soon as I took out this case from the box, I just put the iPad in. But I love how minimal, how sleek it looks. Very, very clean. It does have like this rubber protective on the sides, on top and bottom, I guess I should say, and then obviously on the left hinge for the kind of a folio style to flip over. And it even has it on the inside, this protective layer. Now, this opening here allows for the pencil to be magnetically connected to the iPad itself. Plus, it frees up the buttons, and I prefer feeling the actual buttons just because it feels better. Sometimes if you do cover the buttons, it's not as smooth or easy to push on them. However, they made this button cutout absolutely precisely. And it's not hard, it's not like annoyingly where you have to like push in. It's beautiful. It's like you're pushing the actual button of the iPad Pro. So it's great. I love that when you fold it over as well, it's already magnetically attaches to it, so it's not flapping out. Well, I guess you could if you're really strong, but if you're just normally holding it like this, it's not gonna just be flapping around. Because of this magnetic feature, it will allow for the iPad to sleep and wake up when you open it. So that's a neat feature, so that way you're not wasting battery when you do close it up and just slip it into your bag. It has a really nice wide opening at the bottom for the charging port, so I haven't had any issues as far as like cables not fitting. Now, I don't typically use this as like a heavy editing machine, so as far as adapters, I know if you do use like certain hubs or adapters that attach to the iPad, I'm not sure it'll allow it with this case on. You may need to take it out of the case to put those adapters, but if you have just a regular USB-C, maybe it's a little bit longer, I think you should be fine. Again, that's a pretty wide opening for, you know, any thicker cables that you might have. I do use I think it's a SanDisk SSD for where I actually house all my raw footage, or I edit off of that, and so that does fit in here perfectly. I don't have to remove it out of the case. Any of my charging cables as well. Apple's and NOMAD's cables will also fit in this perfectly fine with no issue. Now, who do I think this iPad is for? Coming from the Magic Keyboard, I used that keyboard since day one. I really do love it, the Magic Keyboard, because it's super easy to just type on. I do like to type, write emails, sometimes even write out scripts, do organization notes, all that stuff. I do take a lot of notes on the iPad. It took a little bit to get used to typing on the actual iPad itself. Again, this case does allow for a really nice angle when typing, when you do fold it out this way, as well as if you prop it up here. This is how I had it when I FaceTimed my sister this morning. I just kind of propped it up like this. It was pretty good. I do use the iPad a lot for more entertainment, checking out Twitter, all those social media stuff. Now, who do I think this case is for? I do think this is great for someone who isn't a huge typist or doesn't use their iPad for heavy documenting notes and editing. Mainly because I do really appreciate the keyboard and mouse that the Magic Keyboard has. So this I really do like for when I'm traveling, because I'm not doing a lot of that stuff. So I'm usually using Netflix, some Zoom calls, FaceTime, social media, and I really like it. Plus the price tag isn't bad at all, again, compared to the Magic Keyboard. This one in particular is $150 because it is the Folio case. And I think it is a little bit more expensive if you get the bigger version. So you are paying for luxury material that it's used for. Obviously, if you are a fan of NOMAD or know of NOMAD, you know that in 100 days or so, this thing is going to have some beautiful patina, which is what I know that you pay for when it comes to NOMAD. You know you're gonna get great material. They also have this particular case in black. Now, if you want just a regular case, which would be just without this, that's going to cost you $100, so you save $50 if you don't want this top flap. Now, they also have a rugged case that's made out of a performance PU material, so it's a little bit different, so it's not gonna be out of leather, and that is cheaper. There's also just the case, which is just the back part, or if you want the folio, it's going to be $100. The case itself is $90. So if you are wanting to cut around some costs and maybe leather isn't a huge deal breaker for you, I would really suggest the Performance PU because it looks great. It comes only in black. And again, that one will cost you $100 with the folio. It comes for the iPad Pro and even iPad Airs. Now let me check, do these... So they even, this particular case also is available for the iPad Air, which I think is pretty neat. I didn't realize that until literally right now. So overall, I've been really excited in using this case. I have used this for about a week now already, and I haven't really missed the Magic Keyboard, which is really great. I love how thin it is. It doesn't add much weight to it, and it just feels so good. It feels luxurious. I love it carrying this around. Overall, I'm super pleased with this case. I love the way it feels in the hands. I use it in the mornings to check just the news, the stocks and whatnot, Twitter. I do this all on the iPad, and I've been loving using the rugged folio from NOMAD. I'll be posting the link down below if you are interested in checking this out and seeing if this is a product that maybe you want to use. NOMAD has great other products, and actually releasing, upon recording this video, it already been a few days by the time this video is actually out, but NOMAD just released a new Base Pro Mini, I believe it's called. That is super cool. So hit subscribe because I will be reviewing that unit a little bit later in upcoming weeks. So subscribe now, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Like this video if you liked it. That does actually help out. Comment down below if you have any questions about the folio case or any other NOMAD products if you have any questions, and I will see you on the next one.